At the same time, I was wrong in my perception of that game. I'm gonna have to call Nate or Cam, give them a what the hell. Um, I assumed, right? I was like, all right, Old Glory was killing it last year. I mean, I can't remember the record off the top of my head, but you want to talk about exciting open attack playing rugby? Old Glory was killing it. Also, again, the proud service member American in me, it is very hard when I have to root against or pick against the Free Jacks and DC, Old Glory. Not because it's DC, because this is not a political show, but gross. But their name is Old Glory and they have a goddamn American flag on their jersey. Like, you know how hard it is for me to root against those guys? I've got good friends and former teammates on every damn team. But I've got some Army teammates up there. It's hard for me to root against DC, and I might not going forward if they can get their defense and their set piece figured out. Because their lineout needs a lot of work. They need some height, and they need to sharpen some things up. I was 4 points wrong. I think I called that there was no chance at this point the score line was going to be under 60. So I should have had it pulled up. Let's see, I might be quick enough. I want to say it was 26-26, so yeah, it was 4-ish points off or whatever. But both teams very similar in their style. Open, attack, running rugby, all that good stuff, everything you want to see. I think we saw, both of them had the week one bug of not crisp, not accurate, slippery ball, and that's not weather. That's just that game day. The ball gets slicker, hands become a little more, when that game starts happening. Another dude is actually going to hit you, not give you the old tap on the butt or shoulder hug that you've been getting in practice. He actually wants to hit you for a purpose. So that'll clean up. I have no doubt. There's no question. Both those teams are going to clean up their attack. It's going to get crisp. I think the level of inaccuracy and crispness with NOLA surprised me, just because I gave them a little more gut instinct that they were going to be a little more together. Again, I don't know what their offseason looked like. I don't know how long they had, like specifically. Like you can see when people start posting on social media and we're back at it and all that. I don't know what else they were doing outside of that. Obviously, love Nate. He's one of my coaches with the Eagles. Good friend, and kind of was like, yeah, I'm going to pick NOLA. And obviously could have gone 50-50 with that one and it wouldn't have mattered because they ended up in a tie. And I think it was kind of fair. It was a fair tie. It was a pretty evenly matched game between very similar teams and teams that going forward will continue to be similar. They're going to want to outscore, outplay, and outrun their opponents. Like, both of them played out of their own 22 a couple times just to see it, right? And I guarantee, knowing Nate, I know he was like, boys, just go, see what happens. And I don't know the DC coach, but probably the same thing, right? Like, look at the back line we have. Look at the attacking ability that we have. Just go for it. And then, if it doesn't work, we'll clear it out in one or two phases. So one thing I will say that I did notice, and I think it's a respectable aspect of the Kiwi game and Kiwi players specifically, their accuracy and decision-making at the breakdown is kind of one of the things that I believe sets New Zealand players apart from most. Their accuracy and their clear-out technique in their poach and when not to go into the scrum. So, again, I'll do more research. I don't know every single New Zealand player on DC, but I think however many they are and whoever's doing it, they've implemented that because you can see their decision making at the breakdown was a level above NOLA. I think NOLA just made just bigger plays when it counted. And it was semi-surprising to see Nola being out-physicaled at the breakdown, right? Again, I don't have the stats of what the ball possession breakdown, all that stuff was in front of me, but visually, by eye, they were getting out-physicaled and have stress put on their breakdown at the right times. Not just every break, like any freaking knuckle-dragging Neanderthal can just be like, ooh, C-ruck, hit ruck, C-ruck, It's at the right times to defensively implement stress into a breakdown. It's a game changer, and it's a goddamn art form. So whoever's doing that in DC, keep it up. I think that is like an understated, probably undercoached or understood beauty of the game that most people aren't going to see. If you're watching this, maybe look out for a little bit. Like, look out when you see some dude running in, but it was useless. And you're like, oh, why did that poach work? Why did that work? Where are we on the field? What attack pattern did they just run? Did they go out the back where they were isolated? Did they have 2 forward phases in a row? So I know they don't have many on their feet. This might be poach time. How did the ball carrier fall? Did the tackler get cleared out? So now my tackler assist is quick. Like, there's these nuances and beauty in the ruck alone that DC's doing a good job. So keep it up. Stud player of the game for me was Carl Meyer, the fullback for NOLA. Again, I think that dude is going to be an absolute problem with the T and with his legs. So, yeah, good job, both teams. Freaking hard fought, went for it. Sorry, I'm doing my notes so I can do my timestamp so people don't have to listen to me for an hour straight if they don't want to. Also, podcast brought to you by Homebrewed Coffee. I will absolutely sell out to anyone who wants to give me free shit. Just gonna put that in there as well. All right, yeah. So I already gave my little preface. I don't have any good insight on Seattle and Houston. I haven't got to watch the game. However, this timing works going forward with when the broadcasted TV games will be uploaded to the Rugby Network. I'm kind of interested to see where that goes, what the time frame is going to, like, is it going to be Tuesday or what? Like, it'll be good going forward because, I might have to sacrifice a game every weekend, which will be a bummer. I want to give as much true insight as I can, but, there are so many hours in the day. This is a part-time pastime,